Old school Mexican dads will cut off their sons for being gay, but they won't cut off their boys that be sucking their dick when they get drunk. That's a conversation y'all don't want to have, bruh. Because when Mexican motherfuckers be getting drunk, they be doing some gay ass shit. That's exactly why I don't drink and why I don't hang out with Mexicans like that when they be drinking, bruh. Because they be thinking that everybody's just free game. Like everybody's just a free for all. They start touching up on you and shit. That shit ain't never happened to me, but I've seen it happen to people, bruh. I'm gonna just be real with y'all, bruh. One of my boys, his brother's gay, and their dad don't even recognize him. Their dad don't even accept him. But yet the dad was hanging out with my cousin Moro doing gay ass shit. It's crazy, bro. They really be like that. Like, I think it's to them, it's not the point of being gay. I think to them it's a matter of like looks, like the way that people are gonna look at them. That's really what hurts them. You know what I'm saying? They don't really give a fuck that you're gay. They care more about the persona, what people look at them as. So you could be gay, but you gotta be like them. You gotta be low key about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get some drinks in you and then expose it. Be like, oh yeah, like I think. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise they won't accept you. They'll be like, nah, bro, that's fucked up, bro. You can't be doing that, bro. You can't, like, listen, dice que no hagas. The church says not to do that. You know what I'm saying? They really be on some weird shit, bro. Hey, man, y'all don't want to have that conversation, though. It's too hard for Mexicans to accept that. But, hey, shit, you know it. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it, man. Y'all be safe.
Hey guys, I want to hop on this trend basically of Mexican DL dads, who don't accept their sons or daughters for being gay, but they will go behind their back and get drunk and hook up with their friends whenever they get the chance. And apparently they get that chance often, either, if they're working at a construction site, at work, um, or when they're at like their kids' birthday parties, they get like a lot of opportunities to hook up with each other to the point where it's almost down to like a science. Um, yeah, like I guess there were some examples of them going to get beers and taking a long time, and I guess that's probably because they would get either drunk or they before they get the beers they will hook up, and that's probably why it took them so long. Birthday parties going behind bushes or trees. Construction sites, same thing. I mean, I don't think they got drunk at the work, but they would probably find when it comes to blue collar jobs. What I notice is that there's a lot of blind spots within the facility. Like there are security cameras, obviously, but there's not that many. There's way too many like places where you can easily hook up with someone in there.
I don't know how I ended up on DL Mexican TikTok, but the tea is fantastic. Additionally, and I'm very sorry to you ladies, but it's not just Mexican men. Okay, it's white men, it is black men, it is Middle Eastern men, it is Hispanic men, any flavor of Hispanic men, it is Asian men. Like, I have been on enough sports teams to know what goes on in the locker room. I have been in enough gym, saunas, and steam rooms and locker rooms to know what happens behind closed doors. When I lived in New York City, the amount of times I would walk into a steam room and see two men going to town on each other, only to walk out of the steam room later and leave the gym with their spouses, their female spouses. The limit does not exist, okay? So if your husband spends a lot of time at the gym, he's just hitting the gym, needs to get a sauna in, needs to get a steam in, he's getting something in. And it's not the sauna or the steam.
And also, like, even when I was on Grinder, I used to see guys who were near the construction site. They were DL, their profiles were blank, but you can tell that they're around the same area, and there's like almost 10 of them at a time, and they're all DL. And then you'll also see the guys who weren't so DL, but they were still in their like construction suit vest or whatever, like either sanitation. I don't know what all the suit vests are supposed to represent, but it was like the neon ones. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so this trend has been getting really popular. A lot of controversy around it because I guess a lot of people from the Mexican community don't like well what this guy's doing, exposing the dark secrets, and it unravels a lot. It really does touch on a bunch of different things. I've seen people make comparisons to why this is why Mexicans don't like black people, especially in construction. I've seen videos where people were also linking this to the PDF files in their own families, their own Mexican families, and how like even family members weren't off limits because once the dad or uncle was drunk, then he'll blame on the alcohol, but all the morals go out the window essentially, and it's just how it's kind of like sick.
Y'all want to talk about some real tea? Let's talk about the PDF files that y'all hiding in your home, in your church. You know, the ones that you protect. You know, the ones that you'll literally kick your kids out of the house for. Y'all know the ones that you'll cut off family for. Talking about, well, it's my family. I can't just cut them off. You need therapy. Let's talk about those. Let's talk about the PDF files that y'all hiding, that y'all making sure are safe in your church, in your house, in your family. Husbands, dads, mothers, aunts, uncles, grandparents, friends. Y'all want to talk about something real? That's something real. Let's talk about that. Let the people tell their stories, bruh. Y'all want to hear some real crazy stories? Not just crazy, but shocking? Let them talk.
I think it's consistent enough to the point where it's like, yeah, it's obviously a gigantic problem, and I'm seeing videos of like the children coming out and exposing their own families for it. So it obviously has like long lasting generational damage, and if it's this common to the point where there's almost like a science, like a code phrase, or like body language signals that you can send, if it's this ingrained, and you know, it's probably not just Mexican guys too. I think every culture probably has their own like little twist to it, but I think it's a lot more predominant within Mexican culture because they work a lot of blue collar jobs, and you know, my dad works a blue collar job a lot, but yeah, there's like a lot of blind spots in the facility where you can just do whatever, you know. You're not under micromanagement 24/7. You know, they want you to do, there's like an objective, you just have to complete it by the end of the day, yada yada yada. Your boss will like probably check in like maybe once, twice, maybe three times a day, depending how long you work. But for the most part, yeah, it's really easy to hook up at a construction site or at a warehouse or a facility or anything like that, because like you it, it's not like an office where you have security cameras at every single corner. Even in the office is a little easy, but you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have the no snitch rule, so if they catch you, then it's they're basically socially inbound to not snitch on you to like management or their friends or their family, because you know consequences come with that, such as the person who was exposing these men from the beginning, his main account got banned, and he essentially made a new account, but it kind of just goes to show like how many people will report or like, you know, turn on you as soon as you start like revealing the truth.
My mom told me that there's this guy on the block that's been limping, walking weird because he got dicked down by Puerto Ricans while they were drinking. No cap, bro. Mexican moms got all the chisme, bro. My mom got so much chisme. Wow, my mom be knowing everything that happens on the block. And she told me that that guy was just walking normal just a few weeks ago. So she's like, bro, te lo juro, hijo, mijo, te lo juro que se lo metieron hasta donde pudieron. Like, I promise you, son, I promise you. They stuck it as far in as they could. She told me that they were driving in the back of the street, and that's where they be hanging out right on the block at late at night. And she was walking with her friend, and they look over and they hear, and it's the Puerto Rican dicking down the Mexican dude because they were drunk as fuck. Also some coke too. Damn, my mom told me that, bro. And my mom ain't even on TikTok, broski. So she ain't got no reason to make this shit up. Like, my mom just told me off rip. She ain't even like, I walked in to get some tacos. She just started telling me. I'm eating my taco like, can we talk about, podemos hablar de esto al rato? Like, can we talk about this later, ma? Like, no, mijo, tengo que decirle que está feo. Like, it's messed up. It's messed up. It's bad, son. I gotta tell you. Bro, she told me about this other time in Mexico. Her friend, her husband was an albañil. And the albañil called her, you know, because back in the days they couldn't text. And the albañil was like, hey, vieja, voy a estar con mi compa un rato. Vamos a ir para la casa. Te quedas ahí en tu trabajo, eh? Like, hey, girl, we're gonna go home. Me and my best friend, you go stay at work, all right? We're gonna hang out. Like, all right. Well, the wife ended up getting off early off of work. She went home with a pizza and some modelos to surprise him. Bro, she gets by the window, bro, near the, you know, the house in Mexico. And all she just hears is, Bro, the husband was sticking down his best friend on the couch, broski. She just dropped the pizza and the modelos like, and she fucking, Eduardo, ¿por qué haces esto? Like, Eduardo, why the fuck would you do this, bro? No, cat, my mom, bro. My mom told me, bro. That story went wild. My mom told me, bro. My mom be telling me so much crazy shit. And y'all know, if you got a Mexican mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They be wilding, bro. Telling you this, telling all of this to us, you know, while we're eating, bro. Man, Mexican moms don't give a fuck, for real, bro. And man, Mexican motherfuckers be down low hella bad. Man, it's just wild.
And he said that even the kids weren't safe, family members weren't safe, friends weren't safe. People would make up so many lies. Kids would catch their dads hooking up with dudes, and then their dads would gaslight them or whatever. So yeah, you know, it's just, or like you have like the Mexican dads hooking up with underage, you know, obviously underage like teenagers on Grinder. So there's a lot of layers to this. I'm down the rabbit hole at this point. I'm gonna keep you guys updated and posted. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and say that because this is a complete fucking mess, in my opinion. It does make sense. I just didn't know how deep this shit went, and it goes really really deep. But anyway, let me know what you guys think below. If you are Mexican, is this true? Am I over exaggerating? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. And yeah, I'll keep you posted with new updates, especially with this topic. So I'll see you guys in the next one.
DL Mexican TikTok has literally brought so much happiness into my life because DL everyone. DL everyone. I literally saw somebody asking about the DL grandmas and the DL mothers and everyone's gay. I've been saying it for so long. Listen, men are gay naturally because don't even start with me. Women are gay because if you like a woman, okay, you like a woman. If you like a man, now you like a thing from a woman. And so therefore, like, shout out to everybody who's ever thought that before as well. Like, yes, everyone's gay. You're DL? Okay. Dramatic, attention seeking. What do you want? A party to come out? Like, you want religion and traditions to step aside for you to get more comfortable? Be so for real.